afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Well, we know it says good morning, but remember, it is morning somewhere in the world, so it's still accurate. Say good morning, wherever you may be. All right, so, Plan Mode, you're not late. Actually, I'm just starting, so you're not late. I have a 7 o'clock show tonight, too, so let you guys know that. This is kind of the when me and Chris are doing things, or so I have a doctor's appointments or something. We have a 3 o'clock in the show. This is our alternative time zone thing. So, just want to make sure we understand that. Now, everybody wanted to see the pocket kitty thingy, and I thought, okay, I'll show it to you. And it comes with a little card. This little kitty. And kind of hard to see it. It's this little kitty right there. Oh, you can see the little kitty better. There you go. Sorry, it's a little hard to see, but this is what the card says to go with the kitty. Let's see here. I'll hold this up so you can see the writing on it. And it says, unfortunately, I got my big handbag kitty cat laying right next to me right now. Rusty's here too. And it says on here, here is a pocket kitty from me to you to show you how much I care. Keep it in your pocket. Kitty will be by your side wherever you need a pick-me-up. That was from Tiger Kitty. And it shows a cute little kitty cat there that I showed you earlier. And my handbag cat is moving all my stuff around on my monitor again. So let's be aware of that. So, Rusty, what are you doing? Come on. Let me slide the keyboard out of the way so he doesn't knock everything offline. I did not get a chance to do much more snacking of the box because I don't want to go and eat too much at once. So that was a gift from Tiger Kitty. Speaking of interesting, last night, because of Lumi's vile language in the World of Warcraft, the gameplay got limited no ads, which is extremely weird. I was getting mad. I was getting frustrated, and I was getting really lost and confused. Sorry, it's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll get limited no ads taken care of. You don't worry about that. Well, I'm not going to sit there and eat all that chocolate all at one time, man. That'd be crazy. I mean, to eat all that chocolate at one time would be just a very bad idea. I think a big cat did make a little kitty disappear. Oh, no, he didn't. I think it ended up back in the box again. I think. And then the big cat made the little kitty disappear. I don't know. It's in here. Was that a Prego commercial? Yeah, it's in here. I thought I'd put it back in the box. Yeah. Let's look at all this chocolate here. I think Handbag Cat made me misfile it. Jeez. Don't worry. It's like the Prego commercial. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, I know, but no. Where the heck did it go? Maybe Rusty got jealous. Oh no, here it is. It's on the floor. I can put this somewhere safe. Try not put this in the drawer for the time being. Like I said, the handbag cat wants to go outside. It looks like because he knows I got my headphones on, so he knows I'm live, and he knows it's like time to go out. Yeah. Okay. Freezing out there, though, Rusty. It's not warm. Come on, let's go. Going out? Out? Going out? Yeah, you are. Alright, mister, come on. Hey, don't spot me. Come on. Going out or I'm gonna stay inside? Which one is it? It's cold out there, though. He's like he's not sure where he want to go. Well, or just stay in the house then if you want. You don't have to go outside. No one told you you had to go out. It's just every time I go live, the next thing you know, he's like, he's by the door and he's saying, I'm going outside. I think he still thinks it's the morning. It's not. It's 3 in the afternoon. Today we're streaming on Facebook groups, and as well to make up for the fact we haven't streamed on Facebook groups for a while. So first of all, we have 12 people already. So I guess we might as well talk about the next topic. Do you think, on a serious note, do you think it would make sense to do the show a little later in the day? I think, I noticed like yesterday, we started seeing more people start congregating around 12 noon. So I'm wondering if maybe we should start the show later in the day than 10 a.m., even though 10 a.m. has been kind of a standard time, because I think a lot more people are showing up for 12 noon than they are at 10 a.m. Depending on which time zone you're in, that's still breakfast, and sometimes that's lunch break. And 3 o'clock right now is 8 o'clock in, or 7 o'clock in the UK. I'm not sure what time it is in the UK right now, but let's put it this way: it's in the evening in the UK, so they're home from work. They probably have already had dinner, and then they're just unwinding, gonna sit back and sit in front of the idiot box and watch television all day, or YouTube for that matter, which is still the idiot box. You know that. You know it as well as I do. Yeah, it seems like 12 noon seems to be the trend. Because I see that. It's like I can sleep a little longer. Today my back is sore. Oh, ouch. Thank you. It's 7 p.m. Buff Carrot says, okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. your time. So you guys are still an hour behind us, or hour behind what would be 4 hours ahead of us now instead of 5. When you guys set your clocks ahead for summertime, so I can kind of coordinate everything. No, I don't actually. In case you don't know my sleeping patterns, it's really, really whacked out. Okay, so here's what happens. Okay, I'm gonna start from when I get up, just so you understand the day. I get up about 8:30. Okay, a.m. And I'm up until, depends on the day. Sometimes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then I go back to sleep for about 3 to 4 hours. And then I get up. So if I'm done with the show about 12, so that's like 5 o'clock. Then I usually will sometimes make some food in the kitchen. And if there's nothing going on with the night show, then I go back to my bedroom and I start watching videos and news broadcasts and things like that. And sometimes the story is just slow and boring enough that I fall asleep again. And then I sleep for about, say, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wake up at 12. Then I watch videos on YouTube until about 4 in the morning. Then I go back to bed, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning when I get up again. That's pretty much my daily routine. It's biscuits and gravy. No, it's not baskets of gravy. Do a poll asking people if 12 would be better. Looking at the statistics, Tiger Kitty, it looks like 12 noon would be better for everybody. Because I'm looking at the number of people that come at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it's like a dead zone. It's like it comes in, 3, 4, 5 people patter in, and they're like, it's almost like some of them have to take the lunch breaks, and they get in here, and it's like, oh, I can't fully engage the show because it's too early. I'm still on the job. And my stupid boss is demanding, say, I don't pay you to talk. Get back to work. And I'm like, okay. You get back to work, I'm going to use a car prod and throw you out the door. Well, that was something that's something the goblins would do. Oh, yes. I didn't pay for you to sleep all day. Get something done, you lazy bones. Well, hey, so anyway, I got a 7 o'clock show tonight. I was gonna try to get the 2009 Mac Pro to start up again. But you know what's gonna happen if I start working on that computer after this? 8 o'clock comes around, and I'm like, oh no, we're supposed to start the stream. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to cancel. So I'll work on it tomorrow because tomorrow we got World of Warcraft again now. Yes, we do. Yeah. Can you please show me where all the vendors are in Goblin World, because I still have to get food and water and I can't find them anywhere. I think we have to leave the KFC headquarters to find that. KTC headquarters? But we're supposed to do all the quests in KTC headquarters. Where am I supposed to get food and water? I don't know. I haven't figured that out either. See, that's the reason why you got it so much easier. I only have it easier because, the fact of the matter is I've played both in starting zones for Horde and Alliance for so long. I never played Goblin before, so I have no idea where the supplies are. We have a Saturday night World of Warcraft stream. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, I've said that from the beginning. That's what we do on Mondays and Fridays. But the thing was, Monday I got so wrapped up in another computer project, I didn't even get a chance to have a live show. Sorry, it happens. It happens. you're starting to sound like a Murloc now. Man, it's like everybody, like, it's the same thing all over again. Pick a day, right? Like, if you want me to play World of Warcraft tonight, that's fine. But then everybody else says I was looking for regular live shows and go, oh, not again. No, the night shows are Monday, Friday, and of course Sunday night, which is Silver Moon Radio, AM 1610. It's kind of twice, kind of evenly. Kind of. Yeah, I could do that, but I got a feeling Red's going to be yelling at me like a Murloc. And he's trying to find a way to stick me with his little spear, you know? Yeah, right. Okay, sure, I can do that tonight. Could we try something just for the heck of it? Can we leave the KTC compound and find out what's outside of there? I'm getting so sick of that place. Those greedy goblins. Oh my god, they're terrible. Oh, by the way, one greedy goblin in real life is Letitia James. She said Donald Trump came up with the $455 million, and she's acting like an angry Murloc. Yeah, because he got the money. So shut your pie hole, lady. But the interest rates he's paying is from the banks is going to hurt big time. That'll be 12%, please. Ow! No, he's not playing with me because he doesn't want to go on the European servers. We don't go back to the American servers until May, so he's going to have to deal with it. No. Oh, by the way, the Walker's roasted chicken, that stuff has a nasty aftertaste. What do they do? Do you fry them in chicken grease? Those like, oh, it tasted like chicken grease, potato chips. Or yuck, big time. I mean, really, they were kind of good, but then the aftertaste kind of hits you like a big load of surprise. And no, Red's his own guy. That's just the way Red is. So we got the sweater wash that everybody asked about. Can we show them the sweater? I can show them the sweaters, plural. Hold on. And the jacket, too, because people asked you about that. Let me switch over to the other camera so we can see it without the green screen crap. Oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, I'll get to it. Okay. First of all, this is the purple sweater that I finally washed this one here. It's inside out, but right. I put the right side up. And this one is washed. This doesn't have any yogurt on it anymore. So that's clean. And this is the right way. I think you still got it inside out. I do. Yep. Nope. No. Okay, it's right down. Yes. Okay, this is clean. And yes, the slightly pinky sweater is clean. Yes, it is finally clean again. You're right. I forgot I had a slight pink tinge to it. It's not faded. That's just the way it was made out of the factory. Unfortunately, it's an old Kmart sweater No, it's Woman 1X. Yeah, I got this from somebody showed me some years ago. It's clean. Then we cleaned one of my jackets. Oh, it's really down here in the bottom. Don't knock on my socks out. Okay. This is clean too. This is clean now. So this is finally washed. This is good to finally have that jacket washed. I didn't wash the other one because I was wearing that. I washed my nightgown too, my sheets. I already changed the sheets in a bit. This is my nightgown. I washed this also. Much needed washing, I should add. I need this. Was just getting inside out again, but no, it's right. It's right side. Yeah, that's right side. Yep. Okay. And so I gotta sort and fold all this stuff. But I finally got everything washed. Except the comforter. Oh, you dropped the sock. Oh. Okay. So the sock is washed. So all that stuff is clean now. I think everybody agrees it was much needed. Yeah, it definitely was much needed.
Oh yeah!
Big time. Well, my neck on. Well, it just tells Michelle doesn't have small accentuation of the positive, right? Yeah. Well, I did comb it real quick before he came on. I was taking a nap before I came on here. So wait. I brush my hair once in a while. So yeah, I do. So yes, it was. Actually, I have a hair elastic somewhere. You do. It's in the drawer. Oh, do I have to go looking for it? It just. I just throw it back over here, side here. Okay. Okay. So back, front, sideways, whatever, it gets cleaned. Hey. Hey. Good morning, Leo. How you doing? Afternoon, Grizz. Hi, everybody. I just wanted to make sure I get caught up with all the people here. Just look at the participants. There's a list of all the people who are actually commenting to see I don't miss them all. All right, here we go. They got Blazing Leo, welcome. Gemini Jen, welcome. Gidgy, welcome. Me, welcome. Noodles, welcome. Tired Kitty, welcome. Grace, welcome. There you go. All right, I mentioned everybody that's actually chatting. The participants are quietly watching. They're not saying much. Out of the 19 people here, according to that, wonder how many of them are on Facebook. I have no idea because Facebook comments will show up if someone types, and then they'll end up on the screen here right next to me on the side. Okay. But that's okay. Most of the time, listening is pretty much how my show is mostly anyway. The show is more oriented for the blind anyway. If you look at the way the show is done, Next thing we're going to talk about vertical video syndrome, VVS. Let me just say a couple things in my defense. Vertical syndrome. I don't like it. I do not like it because that is something. Oh, Glove and Boots did a video on this. Oh, you gonna play that? Yeah, can I? You want to get share revenue with Glove and Boots? Yeah, I'll be willing to share revenue with Glove and Boots. Absolutely. I think it's a very fun video. It's silly. It's fun. So www.youtube.com. Let's go to Glove and Boots video vertical. Thank you. Actually, it's so popular. It actually exists right here. And I'm going to play this for you guys. I want you to see this. This is a very well-known set of Muppets. These were created by two guys in New York. And I really love the video. It's funny. It's cute. And I want to give Glove and Boots their just desserts. What they say about vertical syndrome is exactly what I say about vertical syndrome. So, hear what they say and listen to this. This is really important. Let's play this to begin, please. Big ending of the video.
This video didn't have to look this way. It could have been prevented. Say no to vertical videos.
Vertical videos happen when you hold your camera the wrong way. Your video will end up looking like crap.
There are more and more people addicted to making vertical videos every day. It's not crack or nothing, but it's still really bad. There are two different kinds of people who are afflicted with VVS. The first group treats the videos they shoot like pictures. They don't mean any harm. They just don't understand that while you can turn a picture, you can't really turn a video.
The other group is people who don't give a
Vertical video syndrome is dangerous. Motion pictures have always been horizontal.
And I'll tell you what,
Televisions are horizontal. Computer screens are horizontal. People's eyes are horizontal. We aren't built to watch vertical videos.
I love vertical videos!
Nobody cares about you!
If this problem's left unchecked, YouTube will begin showing 4 videos at once, just to save bandwidth.
Letterboxed vertical videos would be the size of a postage stamp.
And it will spread everywhere. Movie screens have always been horizontal. If vertical videos become accepted, movie theaters will have to be tall and skinny.
All the movie theaters would have to get torn down and rebuilt. And by the time they were rebuilt, Mina Coolidge would be old and ugly.
And birds will crash into them and die.
And we will all get stiff necks from looking up.
And no one will sit in the front row ever again.
And George Lucas will re-release Star Wars again.
Alright,
The skinny edition.
I was never really able to tell the story that I wanted to tell. This is a great chance for me to experiment with a new technology.
You're a jerk.
Every time a mobile device is used to record video, the temptation is there. Just say no. Say no to George Lucas.
Oh,
Say
no, probably not.
to
But
old
I
Mila
will,
Kunis.
if they want
Say no
revenue with me, I will
to
work with
vertical
Glove and Boots and
videos.
share the revenue.
And if
with
you
them.
see
I
someone
think
doing it, say, "You're not shooting that right, dummy!"
Guys, check out this channel. Really, please check out this channel. This guy is hilarious. This guy is for. It's called Benito Box. You guys, please check out this channel. He's got so many good videos. but they have not really had very many videos lately, and they've been trying to kind of recover from the loss of their favoritism, if you will. So Benito Box is the people who produced that, and it's really cute, and I think you should go check it out. And what it is YouTube is trying to become more and more like TikTok. And I mean, yes, it is true. Most of my audience are watching it on their phones, but I don't like them. Yeah. Yeah, it's about Michelle not liking vertical. She prefers landscape. Yeah, landscape. Because can you imagine what would happen if my side chat was like vertical video? You would have the side chat like right on top of your face. Yeah, absolutely. And the result would be very simple: is that you would see more text than me. I mean, I'm not trying to compete with Noodles. I'm not trying to be another Noodles. I have my own way of doing things. But as pointed out, yes, vertical videos are most common among people that are used to TikTok and they're used to watching things in vertical videos. Same thing with the shorts. I don't like the shorts for the same reason. I don't like vertical videos. The fact is that number one, how can you get something done in 2 minutes? I mean, I can get things done in about 10 to 20 minutes. But for that kind of time, I'm not going to go live for 10, 20 minutes stream. I'm just going to just go do a video. That's what I do. I mean, if I'm trying to get the most amount of viewer eyeballs, including children, if that's what it's all about, is getting the kids' eyes. Guys, my content is PG, but that doesn't mean that I want a 5-year-old watching my show. It says not for kids, and it is not for kids. This channel is for adults. And when I say adults, I mean audiences of 15 plus, which means parental guidance is suggested. Okay, I don't push the kid stuff, and I'm never going to encourage anybody under 15 to come on my channel at all. In fact, I don't want to risk it. Vertical seems like YouTube Shorts and videos in a large number of audience. Yeah, but you know what it is YouTube again is doing that guy. We're going to be like TikTok thing. First, you want to be like Twitch. That's why you started with the live streams on YouTube. I understand YouTube wanted to be like Twitch, right? No, we got to be like Twitch. We got to go like Twitch. We have to have live streams. And we have to have super subs and super stickers and super memberships and all this. I think they're missing the point. Especially with the vertical vertical central. What the happens with the rest of our content? The videos that are not vertical. I think it's more important for the content creator to design the content in the format that best fits. For example, if I was to do an interview, then yes, cropping to a vertical makes sense because that means that when you're on, like when Glasgow Dave was on, he was in vertical, which means I didn't have to worry about having to say to him, Dave, you got to scoot over a little bit because I can't see you fully on screen. But that's when portrait makes sense also for portrait photos too, because of that reason. Okay. So yeah, I don't like that technology. Me and Crystal were talking about this morning. You gotta use the format that you're comfortable with. And I did not do as well as you might think, Noodles. I did okay. But mainly I did well because I was out and about. That was the reason why I did well, because I was out and about. But YouTube wouldn't let me change this video format to the landscape because they want to push this vertical video thing. I don't like this. All you do, the only when YouTube will accept vertical video. Simple. If that happens, what's going to happen is I'm going to go to an alternative platform. That's what's going to happen. I don't like it. I don't understand. I mean, it's great if you're doing a portrait. If I wanted to do just my face on camera, that's fine. But if you're trying to show like scenery or, outdoors, showing the scenery around me on a desktop monitor, it is apps. I know my monitor can rotate. I know this monitor certainly can. Oh God, please don't demonstrate, Michelle. We all your monitors both turn 90 degrees. I agree with Michelle on this one. Vertical videos would mean Michelle's entire set would have to change everything. The layout, comments, section, everything. Most of them are on cell phones. But they still benefit too because they can still see me. If they want to rotate it sideways and zoom it bigger to make me look like a vertical video, that's fine because we can do that here too. I'm just saying this as guys, I want to see good content. I'm not worried about what the person is doing for the content. As far as how they format them. As a content creators, we have to choose a format that works for us. Landscape shots are great for landscapes. We all know that. Imagine, if you will, what would happen if you were trying to show a beautiful field of flowers and an 8.5 by 10 piece of paper. Instead of showing the beautiful expanse of flowers, everything was cropped like this. And then you're like, can I see the whole field? Oh, that's how I have to see the whole field. Instead of like this, so you can see, oh, there's the field of flowers. There's the whole field. Wider view, right? That makes a difference for some things. And if that's the only way to keep the youngsters out of here, that's what I'm going to do. Because I don't want anyone under 15 on my stream. Was like he was. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't see any reason to benefit. What's gonna happen with the rest of my channel content? What are you gonna do? Watch 3 of my videos at the same time? Good luck. I'm not complaining about the subs. I'm just saying this is I don't like the format. That's what I'm saying. Maybe for some limited applications it makes sense, but it is not going to be a regular thing on my channel at all. Not a regular thing. Honest and Frank is also still missing teeth, too, as far as I know. I mean, I have to remember content creators choose the formats they choose because they're trying to convey something. That's why we choose the formats we do. Just like in motion pictures, you choose if you're going to use flat or if you're going to use scope. For the extra wide screen, you use scope, right? I have never seen a movie projectionist go, let's show this film in vertical video. Oh, wait, I have to rotate my projector? The thing weighs over 500 pounds. Oh, now I gotta rotate the screen in the front of the house, too. And it's like the movie says, now I gotta basically rotate the whole damn thing, so all you're seeing is a little tiny screen at 1/3 of the screen. What in the heck for? It shouldn't matter. Content creators, we have chosen a format that we use to convey a certain image. That's why we do what we do. We choose the format because we're trying. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to show, like you see in the news, little strips of faces in the interview on screen, that's fine. Vertical makes sense. But if you're trying to show full screen a picture for a standard 16:9 aspect ratio or 4:3, which I do shoot in 4:3 too, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know what honest and fake is good at, but that's certainly not getting a dentist appointment, that's for sure. Now, by the way, I got some other good news for you. Gabby Bell was talking about nostalgia today on the video. Talking about how much people will pay for nostalgia. Well, it's old, it's new again. Like she pointed out, I buy records for the look, but I don't have a way of playing them, she said. She said, I don't have a vinyl player. Oh, I'm sorry, it's called a record player. Right, it's called a record player. So I'll buy records for the look, just so I can have something to hang on the wall or something, or send them a shelf. Why? Because she likes the artwork. $30 for a picture? What about the media inside? People do things like that. It's stupid, but it's true. Grace, I'm not really that big. I'm not the Slayton sisters, okay? I'm not that big. But like I said, if you have a room full of people in interview, and I'm talking about when you're live interview, got 3, 4, 5 people on the couch, right? Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Much appreciated that. Thank you for that. Membership. By the way, the kick subs thing down there is kind of messed up. Let me explain this to you. What that thing's supposed to be showing is the people who subscribe. It does not include gift subs. But I don't even know if it's even showing actual subscribers on Kick either. So, meaning this Kick sub screen down here is not very useful and accurate for a statistic. Hello, Boris Johnson, says Harry Bowles. Russia had a T attack. What's a T attack? I don't know what a T attack is. Is that a time attack? As in temporal rift attack? A tank attack? A thunder attack? I don't know what a T attack is. But you know, anyway, back to nostalgia. She's like, would you actually realize how much people are paying for old stuff like old cartridges for video games and stuff like that? When the games were originally going for $50, and they're saying, would you adjust inflation and see the prices that people are still charging for those cartridges? $50, $60, $70, $80. Think of this. 2004, a cartridge goes for $50. Today, the cartridge goes for $80. You know what? That tells me. Do you know how much inflation has gone up?
Oh, yeah!
$30. And you know what? That's reality, guys. Okay. So, I remember Oh man, everyone's showing my age again. Oh god. I remember when everybody had a CRT television in the house, right? 4:3 aspect ratio. It wouldn't really matter if you turn the screen one way or the other, because the only one image is just slightly longer than the other one. Look kind of weird if you turn your console television 90 degrees just to get those few extra inches on the top of the screen. Okay, so, and never mind the fact is, how is that going to do with ventilation of the TV with the big CRT there and the flyback transformer? Something tells me that TV is going to have a shorter lifespan because you're actually preventing airflow from convecting through the TV to keep it cool. That's true, Chris. That's true. In fact, Russia is doing better than we are. You could say Russia actually is definitely holding their economy together better than we are. Because let's be honest, Putin is keeping it a good control with the Duma, and they are holding money together, and they are paying their bills, and the people's needs in Russia are being provided for as they should be. Whereas this country really doesn't care to help the poor. Think about that one. We actually do the poor the biggest disservice in this country than anybody. Unless you're from a foreign country, nobody wants to help you.
Oh yeah!
The government tells you to basically go find help from somewhere else. I don't care if you're born in this country. We're not going to help you.
Oh yeah!
Tell me that's fair. Yes, you can. So, as also been discussed by Megan Fox a couple days ago, a lot of states in the United States nowadays are actually not keeping police stations open anymore with reduced hours. The reason has to do with money, not defunding, but rather police is getting so expensive. But we've seen what happens without police. If you're not going to have police, people have to defend themselves against bad people, which means we have to support constitutional carry.
Oh yeah!
No, they don't. In Russia, schools focus on the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic, and they focus on making sure that the students are the best they can be in academic performance, because they know in this modern day and age, if you don't have a good education, you're not going to get anywhere.
Oh yeah!
So that's something that's where we as a country need to get our head out of our collective butts and finally do the right thing and get back to common sense. I mean, I love this country. Kind of. Yeah, I do. But I mean, really, seriously, guys. Look, this country is not doing well. And Biden's programs are not helping America at all.
Oh yeah!
Right. Well, it's true to a point, because at one time under the communist regime, they did have jobs available for anybody who wanted one. It may not be the job you dreamed of, may not be a YouTube influencer, but at least you can make a couple of rubles and you can have some things to pay your bills with. Ouch! I'm stuck emptying septic tanks today. Ouch! I gotta sweep the street today. Ow! I gotta go empty my cat box today. They also don't have debt collection protections either. In Russia, debt collectors can destroy your family, burn your house down, kill your kids, and kill your wife and even the dog. Ouch! Oh, there goes the cat. Absolutely, Chris. I get 100%. Why isn't this country, of all of these people in this country, allowing these people to do this to our own country? Now they're saying that illegals can have guns too, and they have constitutional carry. Why not American people in all 50 states? Why don't we have constitutional carry in all 50 United States? Why do some states try to regulate firearms or knives or swords or maces or crossbows or whatever armament you choose? They are telling you you have to get a permit for concealed carry. Well, you shouldn't need one. But if the government did what it was supposed to do, there wouldn't be a reason for people to be packing heat in the first place. That's the reality. I mean, why are we allowing our government to do this to us? Why? No, I don't know why. Well, I sure would like to know the answer to the question, that's for sure.
Oh yeah!
I think part of it is people have got apathetic. Apathetic? Yeah, I think they got apathetic, but you know what? Listen, people, if you really truly love the American red, white, and blue, then first thing you better do is you better go ahead and follow the Constitution and fight to protect your rights. That's why we have the Bill of Rights in the first place. Never let anybody take away your God-given, unalienable rights that was given us by our founding forefathers of this country. It's disingenuous. Really is. And I mean, I'd rather see people finally go to the polls, and I know YouTube is going to start screaming about this. YouTube, for this argument, I'm not telling people who to vote for. It's up to them. Please vote for the people that you believe are going to make the changes that you believe in, whoever they are. It has to be ratified by the states. And you know what? Your Republican states are not going to support that. Okay? They've tried to push the Second Amendment reform for decades. It will not pass the Republican House. It will not get the 50 states ratification that they need to make an amendment to the Constitution. Because people, at least a lot of the smart ones, realize we must not allow our rights to be infringed. And by the way, Letitia James may be happy she's got potential all the money she ever wanted from Donald Trump, but I'll tell you right now, Donald Trump is basically going to still appeal it because he realizes he is being unjustly punished for something he is not doing any differently than any other real estate agent owner in New York City. In fact, Letitia James is doing the same thing to another real estate owner in New York City. So it is not just Trump. He's just the one that's in the spotlight because he is the big deal. But the truth is, another real estate owner is facing the same baloney with Letitia James. Okay? Other owners with properties, real estate developers are saying, "Now we're going to table any development in New York City. It ain't worth it. We ain't going to lose our shirt because it's too much money to us to lose." Good morning, Carrie. How you doing? Thank you very much, Carrie. I appreciate it. You want to come up on the panel? Well, I do have one. We just didn't put the link out yet. Which link is it? I don't know. Is it the same one you used to put out, or is it another link? I don't know. Let's try the regular link. Let's see if that works today. Yeah, panel link. It should be working. I don't see why it would be different, but you know what? I'm glad. I'm doing fine. Boy. My phone has autocorrect installed. Noodles, most Android phones do. I feel sick, so I can't type much, but I'm there. I can sit there and talk if you want. It's up to you. I really would love to have people on the panel because panels make the show go a little bit better. Okay. Good afternoon, Buddy Hill. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I did hear about the cancer at Keith Middleton. I don't know the story details, but let's also keep King Charles III in our prayers too. We'll see, guys. We'll see. These guys got the money to pay for some pretty expensive procedures. She probably has access to some of the finest healthcare available anywhere in the world, and I can't even afford to even get my teeth fixed without even worrying about getting substandard dental care. I'm going to put it back up again, Karen. PANELLINK. Panel link. I did see it. Look up on the screen. Came up. It did come up. Oh, how many people cheated on who? Everybody cheats on somebody somewhere. You know, it's true. They cheat. Everybody cheats. I see that. All right, so I'm going to just go get the link right fresh and hot right off the software here. It's really weird because it's strange. The fact is that people cheat every day. It sucks. Just like Fannie Willis was cheating too. Think about it. CAR, Command V for verbose. There you go. There's the link right there, fresh and hot for you. I'll slide my fingers over here to get at that side. So today we're gonna have a 7:00 show, and then tomorrow. Okay. Great. Good morning, Carrie. How you doing today?
Hi, I'm really sick right now, Michelle. I can't talk. I'm so sick.
Yes, Noodles. How you doing,
Oh.
Noodles? So I know Carrie said she wasn't feeling well. I myself, how you doing?
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Michelle, what do you think about all these illegal immigrants getting guns and running around the United States with them and causing havoc?
That is a disturbing concern because I mean, is the judge the way he set the law? Is he saying that they have constitutional open carry and we can't? I mean, some
What
states allow.
What do you think about this new bill that's going to pass that they're trying to pass? They're saying that anyone who is part of a militia is going to be considered a terrorist organization.
I don't think that's going to work because the Constitution said militias are acceptable. And to do that, they're going to have to basically ratify an amendment to the Constitution to all 50 states. And I don't think that's going to go through.
Would you ever join a militia?
Carrie, you can come up too. Carrie, you want to come up too? I sent you the link directly. I mean, you got the link. I just sent it to you, Carrie. Noodles just happened to grab it. If you want to come on up, come on up.
Michelle, I don't think she's feeling good. Seriously, let her.
I know she said she wasn't feeling well, so we'll see if she comes up. But
Get up there.
we'll say one thing: is this: if they're going to allow illegals to have constitutional carry, then they need all 50 states need to allow all Americans to have constitutional carry as well. Well, she can came up. I sent her the link directly to her name.
Well, here's a screwed up thing. Can these illegal immigrants be subject to?
All right. Hello. Someone named Hi. Hello, Hi.
I'm on the show.
Who's this?
Carrie.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
I'm having saltine crackers. Noodles, you can go fuck yourself. I heard you talking shit when I came up here. Sorry, Michelle.
I didn't say anything. I just farted.
I heard you. I heard you. Yeah, I heard you, Noodles. Be quiet.
She did the reason why I'm saying that is because she did a video, and Carrie, you put out a video of yourself, and you didn't look like you were sick, and people noticed that.
Too blatantly, but that one
people
judge
noticed that. What people?
I read the comments.
You would think so too, but that one Obama-appointed judge said they have the right to carry arms.
Hi, Tiger. Hey, Blazing Leo.
Yeah, hey, Blazing Leo. Yes, kids, we have a panel. For some reason, Patrick isn't doing his job today.
Did he not log in today at the beginning of the stream? It usually says Botrick says join the panel.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just trying to get the links up as fast as I can. There we go. Yeah, Botrix, do your normal homework assignment. All right. Let's see. Butch Botrix actually is awake today. So yeah, actually, it apparently is when the Obama-appointed judge said that illegals are allowed to have guns, carry guns. It's not going to stop them anyway, because you can net that some of those gangs already are carrying guns already. And of course, it doesn't help anyone. Police departments across the nation are actually cutting hours.
Yeah, but the thing that creeps me out about that is, like, for me to get a carry permit in the state of New Jersey, I need a driver's license. Right? Yeah. So I need a driver's license. I need, like, they want my social security number. They want everything, I don't understand how that's even going to be possible.
I need your social security number, Noodles.
Well, the thing is that's just it. Is like The fact is that they're allowing these people to do this. Why do we even have driver's licenses? Let's think about that for a minute. I know it sounds like a stupid question, but I'm not asking for a stupid question. I'm trying to bring up a valid point here.
Well, why don't they just let them vote?
The driver's license is specifically says that you understand how to operate your vehicle and how to safely drive. That's what the license is for, right? It shows that you have passed an exam that shows that you have the competency to be behind the wheel of a vehicle. That's the reason why they exist.
Right, they're giving you permission to drive on their roads too. It's not your.
Right. But the understanding is it's a privilege and not a right. It's not an entitlement. So what it means is if somebody says, oh, it should be a right, notice it doesn't say anywhere in the U.S. Constitution right to drive a car. Imagine if they had put that in. Then everybody would
Don't you have like a right to travel, like or something like that, without being restricted?
You have a right to travel. It doesn't necessarily mean by your own private vehicle, though.
Right. So my question is, what about voting?
Voting, you have to be an American citizen. You have to be born naturalized or born in this country to vote. That is in the Constitution of the United States. It has been there since its inception.
I don't think you have to be born in this country to vote.
You have to be born in this country,
be a citizen,
a naturalized citizen.
Yeah. Did you see that video yesterday at El Paso, Michelle, of the people trying to storm the border?
All the National Guard men that couldn't actually defend themselves against being mobbed by the illegals storming the gates at 98. Oh my God. That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah. So if they were armed and doing that kind of thing, I mean, they're already.
They were not allowed to shoot. They were not allowed to shoot.
Oh, is that what it was? Because they shoved one of the guys down, and I was like, why aren't they shooting them? I don't mean it's not funny to be shot, but I was just like, why are they just standing there and getting pushed over by the people? But I definitely don't want people that are going to do that coming in anyway.
I mean, that's just an example of where Biden's administration has totally messed up on immigration policies. He's doing this on purpose to destroy this country. It's not anything that American citizens, for the large majority, do not want this. They don't want this craziness. Because the large majority of American people would like finally them to focus on the needs of our own people. For example, why are our own homeless people not getting the help they need? Why are we giving all this free stuff to people that don't even necessarily like us? You realize the Chinese have got splinter cells, young military-grade men that are coming into this country who's still very loyal to Mother China, and they are still focused on supporting the Chinese regime. They're not focusing on American rights. They still love Mother China, and they're going to go through and whatever, China says they're going to do. We are giving these people access to our resources, and they're going to take us down. They're just going to take us down. It's disturbing. And I really would like to see Congress. The Republicans are doing it, but I'm sure some of the Democrats realize this too. But why aren't they speaking up? Oh, because it's against party lines. Well, if you know it's wrong, don't stop saying, oh, we got to support the party agenda. If your heart says it's wrong, speak up for once in your life and say, no, I'm not going to support the Democratic agenda because it doesn't work.
I feel like Michelle, these people have already been bought and sold. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you found out that Senator Menendez, right, was they found him with bars of gold in his house that were given to by the Saudis. Like, you know what I mean? You heard about it for like a month, and then you don't hear about it anymore.
Well, the thing is, here's what I say, Chris. Isn't the country responsible first and foremost for their own citizens, our own homeless people, our own down and out? Shouldn't our own people be treated first? We cannot continue to ignore the real problem of actual American homeless men and women. May they be veterans or people with learning and functional mental disabilities. They need to get the same access to the same resources that we're giving illegals. And they were born and raised here. And they deserve the same rights. Why are they not getting the help they need? It's sad and it's despicable to think that our Constitution and our founding fathers would have been extremely upset and angry and said, listen, the job of the government is to protect and serve the people.
But didn't the country start from illegal aliens? I mean, they just came over here and took what they could.
Yeah, illegal ones. There are illegal immigrants that came in through the legal means. Those are we'll give a little more leeway to because they came through.
I'm saying the colonies were naturally not welcomed here initially by the Native Americans, right? So for the country to act with a holier than thou attitude, when the entire premise of it was that it was about what you could conquer and get away with.
That was the colonial entitlement mentality at the time, unfortunately. Yes, unfortunately, you're right. At first, the Native Americans did help the people on the East Coast, the 13 colonies. But then the 13 colonies got greedy and started taking from those people. And then the Native Americans realized that they were getting abused and hurt and exploited. And rightfully got angry and said, this is not right. This is our land too. You cannot take land. Land is given by the gods, by the Almighties. And I say the Almighties because they've had many gods. Many of them are polytheistic. Okay? It's only the European mindset of saying, I can buy a piece of land, it's mine. Well, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Blaze Leo said, I don't understand how things got so twisted in our country. Because you don't care if illegal aliens can vote in our country. How can anyone vote who didn't understand our country's laws? You're right, Blaze Leo. That's exactly what's happening. And we're giving these people this access. They are not even sworn a fealty to our country. They have not said, I love and embrace the United States, and the foundation of which it's based upon the United States Constitution. That's the problem. And Joe Biden doesn't care. He doesn't care. The people of Davos don't care. They're not even, a lot of them are not even American. The World Economic Forum doesn't care. A lot of them, again, are not American people. Look what's going on in the United Kingdom. Same problem. Do you think the House of Commons and the House of Lords in the United Kingdom are very happy with the flood of their illegals coming in? Heck no, they're getting very fed up with it too. Because they're not, a large majority of the House of Commons and House of Lords are like, we're losing our identity as the United Kingdom. We're losing everything that we built our country upon, which was based upon the teachings of the Magna Carta and the doctrines that they created when they created House of Lords and House of Commons. Same problem.
Michelle?
politicians don't got enough testicles to go ahead and say, hey, you know what? This is stupid. We got to stop this. It's hurting this country. Same here. When are you guys going to grow up here and actually fight for what you truly believe in?
That's a good speech. I wanted to say thank you for having me, but I have to drop down. I feel too sick. Sorry.
Okay, well, thank you for coming up for the short time you came up. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye. I know YouTube doesn't particularly like what I got to say, but sometimes YouTube, I have to say what I want to say. But at least I will say it in a way that's respectful for your advertisers. And right now, some American people are starting to take notice. Because we all realize it's getting out of control. American people, look, we all love the country we grew up in, whatever country it is. After all, it's where you live, right? It's where you grow up. It's where you do your childhood, your life, your marriage, you have your family. Not everybody can afford to flee. I mean, Jesus, if I could go through Pueblos and Fronteras and go, I want to get out of this country, you know what they were telling me? Nope. Well, okay. So why does it have to be a one-way street? Well, I think it's a good point, though. Why does everybody want to come to America? Because they think America is great. It is, or was. My parents came over to Ellis Island in the 20s and 30s. Okay. At the time, America was a land of opportunity. It was opportunity for people to start businesses and grow families and become successful, especially when mainland Europe was basically deadlocked into an issue of overpopulation and class control or class. And my families came in over the boats over in Ellis Island. All of our families did. Noodles, your family did too. Some of them maybe even sooner than that, maybe some later than that. But the truth is, when your family came in here through illegal means, became American citizens, they came with one thing in life. If you can't make it there, you can't make it anywhere. It doesn't matter if it's New York City or New Jersey or Connecticut. Because unfortunately, Europe was too deadlocked into people were stuck in areas where they felt depraved. Is it any different? No. Now Americans are starting to feel that way. In fact, I can't verify the source, but I have seen it, numbers. Right now, people are moving to Russia. Why? Because they realize that Russia is the new United States. I don't know about that. I mean, the point is, my ancestors came over here in Ellis Island from Norway, Italy, Germany, you name it, they came over here. And you know what? They went through the applied for citizenship, and we all basically eventually became born here. We're Americans by birth. Not all countries do that, by the way. So think about that. What happens if you are born in this country, but you never were in the motherland or fatherland? Well, guess what? In some countries, they say it don't matter. You still have to prove you're an American citizen. You still got to take the naturalization test. You have to show that you know what you're doing. Well, that's fine. What happens if you don't? Go back. And then what if they say, Norway says, I'm sorry, we don't want her back. She wasn't born here either. Okay, Noodles is ready to come back up again. I guess he walked out and can't look. I gotta go back him on the screen. There you go. There you go. There you go. Noodles.
Yeah, sorry, my stomach was bothering me. Carrie's voice was making me want to vomit and shit myself. So, yeah, but I wanted to say something about the Native Americans. If if people really believe what happened to the Native Americans was so horrible, then why would they want it to happen to us? And the other thing is, the Native Americans didn't have a standing government. They didn't really have they were nomads. They traveled up and down the coasts. They followed the buffalo and fought with other tribes. The United States is a united country under one constitution. This is completely different.
United with a common idea that they recognized that the land was for everyone to use and share. They did not believe that anyone could own land because in their culture, the land was to be shared by everyone.
Well, that's not true. That's not true. They fought over it.
Sure, they fought wars.
They fought over it nonstop. So how could that be true? But anyway, my point is that what they leave out is that a lot of this country was sold by these natives who staked claim to it. They staked claim to it and said they would sell it off, right? What I was trying to say before about Senator Bob Menendez, people like that, I think are bought and sold already. We found bars of gold, cash, whatever at Menendez's house that was given to him by Saudi princes and all this crap. So, Michelle, these people are all.
Just keep one thing in mind, Noodles. This is something to remember. What did we do to the Native Americans in the end? We put them on the reservations, which often was land that was totally unusable for growing anything. We tied them into, pigeonholed them into the Department of the Interior, the reservation system. We gave them substandard housing and substandard health care. We didn't give them help. Even after we did make deals with them in the end, but what happened? We also had an agreement with them that we would provide for their needs, and we didn't zip. We did zip.
Michelle, it would be like us making deals with terrorists. I mean, that's what we did. We gave them land. We gave them whatever. I mean, these people were the terrorists before Al Qaeda.
Yeah, but.
The first school shooting in this country took place in a school by Native Americans. Just so everyone knows that. Just so everyone knows, the first documented school shooting or massacre in this country took place. I forgot what state it was, but by Native Americans.
And yet, over and over again, we took advantage of them. And hurt them and hurt the communities at large.
I don't understand how we took advantage. All right, so here's the thing. All right, do I think that they had every right to fight the colonizers off or the people that brought technology and innovation to this country? Absolutely, they lost. They decided to fight. There was a war for many years. All right, they lost, and guess what? They got a bunch of free land. They don't have to pay taxes. They don't have to do whatever, and they get to own casinos. I mean, I don't know.
And yet they have the worst. Most of them have the worst land, and they do not get proper medical care in the Department of Interior. Even today, that's anything quality. You think what the veterans are getting is bad? Well, guess what? They get worse. And you know what? That shouldn't be. Good.
Michelle, I don't know if you know this about Native American land.
fundamental right. Everybody should be entitled to basic, good quality health care. Now, I said basic. I didn't say Cadillac care. I'm saying basic care. Basic eye, air, hearing, and dentistry should also be part of the package. It is essential to have good teeth so you can chew, good eyes so you can see, good ears so you can hear, good legs so you can walk. You gotta have the right to do those things.
Well, Michelle, what do you think about the government giving out free penis chops and penis builds on men and women, but they won't inject me with steroids to make me swole?
Let's just say I don't agree with that.
I know. All I'm saying, Michelle, is that
your body already produces a steroid. It's called testosterone. Your body already makes plenty of Mr. T. You don't need any more.
Says who? Says who?
Says you're looking at your gynecological blood work will tell you everything what your body needs. Too much.
Michelle, I want to feel like I'm 20 years old again, Michelle. How do I do that?
Well, you do realize, however, that testosterone is actually a class 3 drug, right?
Yeah, and they give it to kids.
I know, but that's just as messed up.
Yeah, so why can't an adult get it? Because he wants to get swole, or he wants to feel like he's 20 years old again.
You can. There's no reason why you can't.
But how come it's not free?
It's not free with kids either. No, it's not.
I don't know about that.
I could just tell you, look, Doodles, you're definitely not effeminate. You're
right,
definitely masculine.
Right, but Michelle, I'm just using an extreme example, but I guess my point is, right, is that there's a lot of like crying points. I don't like when people say they're talking points. They're crying points where people are talking about, oh, this. What do you want from people? Like you want someone to make your life perfect? Like, are you that dependent on everybody else, or are you just jealous of what other people are getting?
Let me just say this right now. What's going on in this country right now is not at all sustainable. Okay, we all know this. And I really kind of know this is a hot button topic for YouTube, so I'm just gonna gently touch around this and hope to God we don't get a yellow dollar sign over it. But let me just say this: what is going on in this country is so messed up right now. It's hard common sense to prevail. It is just gotten too crazy. I mean, my parents, your parents, oh my God, your parents, my parents probably would be the same way. They would be saying, what in the name of God is going on? Or returning boys into girls and girls into boys and having boys go into girls' locker rooms and then trying to have boys compete in girls' sports and girls compete in boys' sports and girls saying that they're really boys. This is nuts. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense, especially when we're talking about people that are not medically intersex hermaphrodite, which is a little different. Because without a medical condition, that's a medical condition, okay? We're talking about normal biological boys and girls being told, almost like pretend, you can be the other gender. Nobody cares. Well, I think we need to stop that game, stop the charade, stop the bullshit, because it's getting crazy. And likewise, we got to stop trying to say that these illegals are considered the same and equal as American citizens when you, as illegal, get all this money and all these rights and all these housing and all these programs when the Americans that are born in this country are homeless and living in the street and eating garbage. Now you tell me, where is that fair?
Oh yeah!
You got that right. Where is it fair?
Well, Michelle, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the homeless people out there, there's a reason why they're homeless, and I mean, I'm not. You're not homeless, Michelle, right?
I'm not homeless. No, thank
Okay.
God. But I'm saying is, I know a lot of people that were.
And a lot of them might have had mental illness or maybe drug addiction.
Get the care they needed because the care programs that we supposedly created in the 1980s failed them.
Yeah. So
Or fell through the cracks.
sometimes, Michelle, people don't want help. So there was this guy I knew. He had a real big problem. He still does to this day, right? And his mother got us all together and wanted to do an intervention. She spent like 10 grand to like.
And the problem is that the so-called community mental wellness programs that were created in the 1980s to deal with the problems are not working properly, and they're not getting the care for whatever reasons. Certainly economics is one of them because it costs a lot of money. I don't think asylums were a better choice for most people. But the problem is we have a stigma against mental illness in this country, which should be no more of a stigma than if you have a cold or the flu or have cancer or tuberculosis or any other illness. It should still be something that should be treated and treated properly. That is what the needs are. But we can't do that if we're giving all our assistance to people that should not even be here at all in this country. Because the people that really need the help can't get the help. They could be crying at the door at a community health center saying, please help me. And they're like, I'm sorry, you're not an illegal. Go elsewhere. Now tell me if that's fair. You got that right. It's not fair at all.
Michelle, for people to be like surprised that there's people knocking down our door trying to get into this country, you got to remember there's a lot of shithole countries out there, right? There's a lot of garbage countries out there. Of course, these people are going to be knocking on our doors, trying to get in, blah blah blah. If you want them to come in, okay, you're going to have to dumb down society. That's what the problem is, Michelle.
Exactly, Blazing Neil says. My brother is homeless right now with a child.
Oh my God.
The state does not care. He is a white, straight man. And no help for them in Michigan. It's the same in Connecticut too, unfortunately. See, how can we help a foreign people that are not even American born? We can't even help our own people. It should be we have to help our own first. Once you got the homeless population under control in the United States, once you got the people in the programs they need that the what, especially those who say, I want assistance, I need assistance. Americans first. That's what Donald Trump said. He's right. We have to take care of our own homeless problem first. We can't take any more people in. And now you got people illegal storming the gates of Texas, El Paso, knocking over National Guardsmen who are afraid to fire around because they're afraid of lawsuits, thanks to our litigious society. This is nuts. This is crazy. I don't know what to say. But by the time we get the situation sorted out, I'll probably be long dead and buried, unfortunately.
Oh yeah!
Well, Michelle, I really think that the answer is lies in dumbing down society. I think once you can make people kind of ignorant again, where they don't have to do much, they don't have to produce much, and they can get away with just living. That's when you're going to be successful.
Right now, thanks technology, there isn't much work for them either. Okay, we kind of remember that this is something that goes back ever since the Industrial Revolution, that more and more jobs are done by mechanization. We have created a society of button pushers. I mean, think about it. I
Yeah.
mean, we have done this since the 1700s, created a society where things are mass produced by mechanization. As more and more people's jobs are being displaced by mechanization and artificial intelligence, it just continues to trend. Where are we going to give these people a chance to show their net worth? Because there's no jobs.
Michelle, you're gonna have to. It's not that there's no jobs. It's that there's gonna be an industry that's created. There always is. All right, there always is.
I think
Industry.
I think that's one of the reasons why playing a character as a goblin is actually kind of interesting, because what I'm seeing in the game is what we're seeing.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with changing to industry, Michelle? Your goblin stuff. What does it have to do with it?
All you're talking about is, businesses are worried about the bottom line. Money, 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 money.
Yeah, Michelle, that's the only reason why they're there. They're not there. They're not there for you. People,
for us. They're here to sell cheap shit. That's what they're for. That's what
they're here to make money. That's what anyone's here for.
At the same time, if nobody can afford to buy the product, they're not making money if no one's buying it.
Right. So the industry has to change. They're going to change it, Michelle. Listen, my point is that you got a bunch of people from a country, right? And they need jobs. We need to give them work. How do you get someone with a third grade education to get a good job to feed their children and their family and buy a house? How do you do that? Someone's got to figure that out.
I don't know how you're going to do that now. A lot of them don't even know what they're going to do after they graduate from high school. A lot of them have no clue, because.
All right, so let's say you get someone in here with a third grade education, right? So let's say he's 32, 42, whatever, right? What do you do with that person? How do you get that person into the work field or anything like that, or an industry?
Well, that's just it. The problem is some jobs are so technically inclined. They need to go to trade school. The problem is, for too many years, we're trying to tell them to go to college.
Right.
Which is great. You got your MA in business. Wonderful. You know how your business, you can sit the board of directors. That's great. But do you know how to run a CNC machining lathe or mill? No. And you know what? Manufacturers are saying is, I need men and women that can run the equipment that makes the stuff, and repair the stuff, not sit there and be a bean counter. And these people a lot of them don't have the training, and then these companies saying, we need people right now, and guess what? We don't have them. So we go, well, we can hire the illegals who are willing to go through and learn and do maybe things like training courses and on-the-job training. Great.
Michelle, are you talking about the federal government doing this, or industry? Because industry, right, will to invest. They will tell people, or I've seen it before. They'll say, "Listen, we'll give you $25 an hour. Come learn how to do a job."
The point I'm trying to say is, Noodles, is that because of the changing demographics of the industry at hand, a lot of people that were skilled at one skill have to retrain today. And education, especially trade schools, are very expensive. For example, some jobs, however, gotten to be so deplorably bad that nobody wants them. For example, take a truck driver. The hours are long, the regulations are crazy, and you know what? A lot of times, they just can't make enough money to pay bills for the amount of hours that they work, driving goods from one side of the country to the other. It's a lose-lose proposition. And now with self-driving vehicles, including tractor-trailers, guess what? What are you going to need a man for? Just to hitch up the trailer? That's it, right?
Well, what they're gonna do. This is what they'll do, Michelle. I'll tell you exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna pay someone to live on a rig, and if something goes wrong, like they're gonna be like a technician. They're probably gonna have them watch the rig. If something goes wrong, they fix it on site, or they diagnose it, right? And then they'll have them unload the equipment.
But
that will be their job, and they won't have to drive.
Will those same drivers also be able to drive the rig if they need to take control?
Maybe I don't know, but I think that's the future of it. That's they're not going to get rid of that stuff unless they remap the United States, which I don't think they can, or come out with some new technology to bring something somewhere from the East Coast to the West Coast. I don't think that's going to happen. But if they're self-driving trucks, you think they're just going to let some truck on the road? There's going to be people out there who are technicians that are going to have to work on these trucks on site all the time. Maybe they're going to have hubs. Maybe they're going to say, "Hey, Michelle, I need you to work in a 30-mile radius." Right? There's going to be these trucks coming through. Right? All right. There's a truck down on Route 10. All right, or Route 8. You got to go out there. It's on the side of the road. Go check it out. Go run a diagnostics on it and get back to us. That's what they might do.
I think, honestly, here's what I say right now. We need to stop supporting these so-called colleges degrees and start getting these people into trade schools, because I think we need experienced people.
I don't think they need to stop it. I think the trade schools must become more popular. I think people are going to start. Michelle, listen, the reason why colleges became popular was because people were getting jobs, better jobs, having college educations.
Sure, but we already got enough pencil pushers. We need people in the trenches making the products, running the machinery.
Right. So again, these people are gonna come in and they're gonna say, "Listen, we're gonna pay you to learn how to do something." That's what's going to happen. That's how industry works. That's how it changes.
Right, and that's what Donald Trump was trying to do. They're trying to get businesses to work with the trade schools.
Right.
But Biden doesn't want that. No, he's wanting to let everybody hire all these illegals to do the jobs instead of giving the American people a chance to show their job skills. And that's part of the problem. But then at the same time, corporate saying is, "Well, they're cheaper. We can hire them. We don't even have to pay them $15 an hour. We don't even have to pay them $5, because they'll just do it anyway for $5 an hour." It's economic discrimination on the highest level.
Well, Michelle, there's always going to be economic discrimination. People are always going to have it better somewhere else, and someone's always going to be born with a silver spoon in them, whatever.
People
that
will never be able to have the mobility to go where it's better for a variety of reasons. So, not unless they can find gainful employment to make the money that they need to move. There's just not going to happen.
Well, let me ask you a question, Michelle. What would make you happy? Like, what would make you satisfied? What do you want from your government, or maybe an industry that's going to make your life better? Explain it to me. What do you want?
First of all, in my case, because I am disabled, so I have to keep that in mind. Okay, first of all, if I was not disabled, I already told you some of the jobs I actually would like to do. One of them is I do like the idea of driving a truck. And if I had good eyesight, I would be probably a truck driver, because I do like the idea of being on the open road. I like the thought of being able to go places. Okay, but when you're disabled, they immediately stick you into a pigeonhole you can't get out of.
All right, so you're telling me the only thing that's going to make you happy is you getting a job driving a truck?
Either that, or a radio commentator, or maybe both. Maybe doing a radio commentary show while you're driving the truck. Why not? As long as your eyes are on the road and the hands are on the wheel, why not?
How is a government or a business going to provide that for you?
Well, the government may not provide the radio broadcasting option, but they certainly can make it possible if they need a driver to haul goods from point A to point B. If they're willing to pay a reasonable wage to do the job, the people will do the job. That's the reality. People right now, truckers.
But how are you going to get your driver's license? That's what I'm trying to say. Like how is it possible? You need to get your eyes fixed. You need to get your ears fixed. You need to get all this stuff fixed. Michelle, you don't even want to wear your headset, your earpiece, your implants.
Well, I'm a hearing aid, so because they really work for me that well. But the point is, I'm talking about if I was not disabled, Noodles. Okay.
No, I'm talking about you right now. What do you need from the federal government or a business? What do you need right now?
Right now, I'm doing what I've been doing. It's just what I've been doing because it's the one skill I've got that I can right now market, which is what I'm doing with YouTube. It's just much better than nothing at all.
Okay.
I mean, how much can I say? I mean, you gotta remember that. This our ancestors, when they came over here, we didn't have these entitlement systems that we do today, and they struggled hard. And yet, some of them did jobs that were, let's just say, not exactly the most popular. Okay, but Americans, I'm talking about a majority of American people, especially the college educated, say, "Oh, that job is below me. I'm not doing that job. I'm not emptying septic tanks. I'm not emptying garbage cans. I'm not running elevators. I'm not driving buses." So yet these are jobs that people need to do to keep this country running. So what are you
All right,
supposed to
slingshot
do?
warrior.
Yeah. Speaking of slingshot warrior, I'd love to see him come up here.
I think he just got back from work.
Okay.
So again, Michelle, I just want to, people want certain things. What you're trying to say that the government's not treating you fairly, or wants, or has anything for you, or can give you anything. What would you need from them? I mean, in your situation, what would you need from the?
I'm not going to walk over to the senior center and apply for the renters rebate, but you don't get it until December anyway. I've got time. Just say that I get time. But either way, what I'm saying is just as true, guys. We can fight over this all day long, but the truth is, it doesn't solve the problem. That's not going to solve the problem just talking about it. We have to fix it. We have to deal with the issue at hand because our country needs us to do the right thing. We got to fix what's broken. And it's not working right now. What Joe Biden is doing is not working either.
Yeah.
I'm glad we agree on that. Okay?
It's not about. I don't think it's about agreement. I'm asking you a question about like what you need. Like I know what I need, right? I need lower taxes, right? And I need higher wages.
You want to lower taxes? Here's what you do. You vote for people that come into office that, one, listen to your needs and don't keep giving away programs to people from other countries that don't care about us, that are not even Americans. They don't even pay taxes in our country. What do they pay? Sales tax? That's a state tax. They pay sales tax. They don't pay federal tax because they're illegal. We can't tax illegals, okay? Because they're not here legally. They don't have a social security number. You can't tax illegals. There's a tax code at work. It's still bad because it's really messed up. So we can lower your taxes and we can lower, then your wages would be fine. The problem is that we keep giving away freebies to people that do not have a reason to get them. Well, our own people that were born and raised in this country cannot get the health care and support that they need. Now, tell me that makes any sense. Our forefathers said that the government's main purpose was to protect the people on top of the federal government level. That's why we have federal military. Okay, and we're one of the few countries that have a federal military as industrial complex as big as it is. It costs a lot of money, but not. We'll say one thing that they probably would never say. Why are we having bases in other countries? That was a carryover from the days of the Cold War. We can't afford to do that anymore, guys. We can't afford it. The paramilitary budget is out of control. In fact, it is the largest part, other than social support. They're both big. They both are. But you know what the thing is? It's not a system that helps us in the long run. It's a lose-lose thing. When we have bases in other countries, and just like Donald Trump said about the issue of people in NATO, why aren't you paying your fair share? Only Germany decided to ante up some green stamps. Okay? All the other NATO allies were like, yeah. I'll give you a check next month.
Yes, there's no money there. First of all, there's no money, and why would the United States? No offense, like, why would the United States want another country to start paying for anything? Because once they do, they're gonna have say in stuff, and that's why the United States pays for everything.
The point is that we're giving these countries our military servicemen to protect their country. And they don't even pay what they're supposed to paying under the NATO agreement, the North American Treaty Organization.
Yeah, because we're their daddy. We got power over them. The moment you start telling them to pay for their own stuff is the moment they can tell you to go fuck off. You know what I mean? But the problem is that it's been a big game that the United States has played for a very long time, and now that the money is running out, you gotta change it. I don't know. I mean, we just got kicked out of I forgot what freaking country it was.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's just getting crazy. That's what I'm trying to get at. And even now, countries keep going to us, hey, could you give us a bailout? Can I give you a bailout? We got our troops in your country protecting your butt, and you want a bailout? Are you crazy? You're already getting a military bailout. We're already there for your country 24 hours a day. We have troops stationed in all kinds of countries, South Korea, Japan, even other places like, Europe and Britain and France and Spain and Germany, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Poland. How much more can we afford to do this?
Maybe that's why they're pushing for another war, Michelle.
I know about that. But I think right now the problem is Biden's not helping either. Right now, we've been doing I know that China's been doing a lot of saber rattling too. It's scary, but it is the reality. I really wish we could come up with an answer that made sense. But giving away the prize cow doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, basically, I agree. We owe money to China. A huge portion of our debt is Chinese. They've already bought into a lot of our American companies. Them and BlackRock and other organizations, the transnationals, they own a huge swath of American property. And you know what? That should be something that should be a real concern.
Hey, Michelle, I gotta go. I gotta get my license plates for the car. So I'll
Okay.
see you later. I gotta head out of here. All right,
All
love
right.
you.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah. It's okay. Slingshot Warrior wants to come up now. Hold on a minute, please. I'll let you on in a second here. Let me click on the name here. How are you doing, Slingshot Warrior?
I'm doing much better now.
Sorry, I didn't see you there. So you heard me explaining what I said. I don't know
No,
how you
I
feel
didn't.
about it.
I didn't. But what did you say? I just came in.
I was just saying is that the situation in this country is getting out of control.
You
American people
you
are
think
not.
I am well aware of this.
I know you are.
Yeah.
And I pointed out that part of the problem is that we need to help the American people first, not everybody else is just having to show up at their doorstep.
Yeah. Look, I agree with this. Here's the thing. I predicted this was going to happen. I don't see any way out of this.
No problem, Chris. I'm glad you had a good time with the coffee today. No, we didn't have breakfast. We just had coffee.
I don't see any way voting. I think that the system is hell bent on doing this, and the hell bent is the word for. I think this is a spiritual war, you could say, like a spiritual in a very real sense. So I will say this: is that basically what we're seeing is the beginning of a Soviet style collapse, and I think it's necessary because this system is just too sick to survive.
I think it's time to have another constitutional Congress. I think we need to redesign the system. I think we need to
Well,
change the
there's
government.
a problem with that. You still have powerful interests that would be to fight that tooth and nail. And the point is, the only way that's ever going to happen is that you have to have the system collapse on itself, and then new people can come in and basically pick up the pieces and build a new, less corruptible system. It worked in the Soviet Union. I think it'll work here. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like I said once before, this country's too big and must be allowed to fail. I think we have to start over. Same thing with the European Union. It's already starting to happen in the EU as well. That's the same thing with Brussels. That the one idea of a central government for the entire continent is absolutely out of control. People are not feeling they're getting fair representation. They are feeling like their complaints are not being heard.
Well, I think that we're seeing the beginnings of the United States breaking up. You know what I mean? We're seeing the beginnings of Texas calls for succession. If Texas secedes from the Union, that's a very large state in the Union that's no
Right.
longer part of the United States.
Because they have a clause in their constitution that allows them to secede. But I think it's going to come on. It's other countries are going to do, other states are going to do the same eventually. I think it's going to see a breakup the United States
Yeah.
into smaller units.
You have to say we're a divided country, okay, into basically, I hate to say, when it comes to our values, we couldn't be more different. We're a very divided nation right now. The values, there's two sides, and I'm not talking about the people in Washington. They're actually on the same side, but they
Yeah,
just don't.
I agree with you. I agree with
But
Slingshot Warrior too.
amongst the
These
people,
things are just not sustainable right now as they are.
yeah, amongst the people, well, there's two sides. There's basically the liberal or basically leftist values, and there's the more conservative values, and these values kind of clash with each other. And the way I see it, they cannot coexist. And so I would say the breaking up the country and basically a liberal zone and a more right-leaning zone would probably be the best solution. I think even liberals could agree that breaking up the country, having conservatives have their own country where it's a one part, each has a one-party state. You know what I mean?
Chris, let me say one thing. Right now, the way the system is rigged, it doesn't really matter who you vote for. Do
It
you
doesn't.
realize that, don't you?
Yeah, I
It
agree with
really
that.
doesn't matter who you vote for because really the difference between the two parties is really not that much.
Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to vote our way out of this. And I would say just prepare for the collapse. And the collapse is the way to.
Absolutely.
You
And
know,
I think it's going to be it's just like you said, just like the Soviet Union. It's just going to fall apart. Too much debt, too much money owed. System is too broken.
yeah.
Oh, I can bet that all the people in Russia are probably chuckling, going, Stalin probably be laughing his ass off in the grave, going, "Oh, you think it ever
No,
was
he's not
okay,
laughing.
well, guess what? Now you're in the same float we are."
Well, here's the thing: Stalin's not laughing. Nobody's laughing in hell, and that's like that. That's where he is. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but you know what? The point is that Engels certainly would be laughing,
Yeah, I'll put it
and
this
Karl
way.
Marx too, because okay, the whole idea of their system wasn't any better, but that's the point. Is they tried, they didn't work.
Well, every place that communism was tried, it's always failed. Let's be honest about
That's
that.
true, it has.
And guess what's left in its wake? A lot of dead bodies.
Right, exactly. Just like what happened with the United Kingdom's
Yeah,
Victorian Empire. What happened to that?
yeah.
Colonialism failed too.
A lot of these lefties don't understand. It was a
That
naturalist who
lasted
said,
for about 200
yeah,
years. Or next,
yeah.
okay? Let's be
There
honest.
was a naturalist who observed ants, pretty much. And he said that communism is a good idea, but it's a wrong species. It doesn't work with humans. You know what I mean?
No.
Communism doesn't work with human nature. If we were ants, it would work. But we're not ants, bottom line.
Right, because the problem is with Americans or anybody in the world in general is we're too
Yeah.
self-oriented. Now, I'm not saying self-centered. I'm saying self-oriented.
Yeah. What do the chatsters got to say about that?
Yeah, and and I think it's like I said. I'm really sorry to say, guys. The truth is, you know, we have reached our 200 years.
Yeah.
The fat lady is warming up her tonsils for the American Empire. It's going down, guys. It's just because.
Well, I would say that the American Empire hasn't been very good to people living inside of it. From personal experience, I've experienced what
No,
it's like
it
to
hasn't been.
experience the oppression of the American Empire at an early age. How the agents of the state can really cause harm to you and say they're helping. So
It's
yeah,
a
and the
land
thing
of
is,
oppression. Now become more and more as over the last
yeah,
100 years.
yeah.
Say
So I think the
1924.
American,
1924. Think about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
What was going on in 1924?
You're talking about
We have the temperance
1912.
movement. We have the prohibition. We have government people telling you can't drink alcohol. You have
Oh, and look what we have now. I would say I'm a Christian, but I believe that people have a right of free will. I don't think
right.
prostitution should be illegal in this country. I don't think that should be illegal. I think it should be made legal. You know?
Remember what the Constitution said. In the Declaration of Independence, we believe that all men are given inalienable rights by their Creator
Yeah.
of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and these rights shall not be infringed.
Well, they are being
Oh,
infringed.
guess what has happened, guys? Thanks to the concept that was discussed in Federalist Papers, that's exactly what Jefferson argued about, was saying is we need to have a strong central government. And Washington was not for that. He wanted regulation by the states. So you get this crazy mess. since the time of the Federalist Papers. It's not any better. Now you got the same thing where the federal government is telling the states what they can and cannot do, despite the fact that the 13th Amendment says that the states can regulate within its own state its own transactions, its own policies. The government is saying, nope, federal government trumps you. Well, that's not what the 13th Amendment says.
Yeah, I get this, and I really get all of this. Here's the thing. I don't think that I think that a lot of times they're just doing what they want now. I mean, look what happened under the whole tooth incident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did they care about your rights then? No, they didn't.
Grace, make sure you understand one thing. You want to take control of your own life? Just make sure the government's going to tell you how you're supposed to live your own life. That's the sad reality. Okay, you want to have a nice outhouse in the backyard, have a small chicken coop, live without electricity. Well, someone's going to tell you have to have electricity. You got to have flushing toilets, and you're going to have a septic tank with a leaching field, and you're going to have all this. You're going to have all these procedures and all these things, all these safety systems, and all this government mandates. Mandate that. Mandate this. That goes right against
license this, license that. License this, license that.
Now you need regulate that, regulate this.
Now you need like a license to basically to wipe your butt. You know what I mean?
Right, pretty much. So live free or die is a message, or is a New Hampshire state logo motto, but doesn't Massachusetts also require a driver's license? Yes.
Yeah.
Then, so are you really living free and die when you have to deal with regulatory baloney?
Oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying? So, even the state motto of Massachusetts, for New Hampshire is invalid. You cannot live free. Because there's always somebody saying there's a regulation for that.
Yeah, regulations aren't laws, I forgot to tell you. But
All right, Leo, there is no license requirement for demonstrating that you're capable of being a good parent. You're right, 100%.
But they're working on it.
Yeah, but now they're trying to tell parents, for example, that they can't teach their kids certain things, and that they're saying, it's
I've always said,
headache. Some of the stuff the government's trying to do.
I've always said, get your kids out of public schools. Homeschooling is still a thing. Cyber schools, online academies are going big. I would say this: get your kids out of public schools. They are terrible places to be. Like I said, when I was coming up,
they're indoctrination centers. Public schools, especially, are.
Oh, not just that. They are just not. They don't only just indoctrinate. They will destroy your kid.
Yeah.
Trust me. Indoctrination is the least of your worries when it comes to what they'll do to your kid. What they did to me was horrendous. You know what I mean? But
I know.
A lot of I've talked about it before with the kind of drugs they put me on for so-called ADHD, which I don't believe in anymore. Here's the thing: these drugs are narcotics. Okay, they're highly addictive narcotics.
Yes, they are.
And they're called.
You're getting involved again too.
And they're putting your children on this, right? And a lot of parents went along with this in the 90s, and now, look at what we have here. We have the transformer agenda for your children. Oh, well, you know
and
what?
Now they're telling parents, you can't gender of your child.
What would I say to that?
We, the state, know what's best for your kids. So
Yeah.
we're going to go ahead and we're
going to say to that to you parents out there. Yeah, here's what I'm going to say. You went along with drugging your children for so-called ADHD. And in reality, it was basically to drug natural boy behavior, by the way, because most of the victims of these policies were boys. You know what I mean? And a lot of feminists saw them as defective girls, the feminist teachers. And you went along with this. But now they're not hiding their agenda to feminize your son. You know what I mean? They're not hiding it anymore, are they? They're telling that they're going to feminize your son.
Depending on your state you're in, either you're invited to be part of your public schools committees or you're not. Okay, it all depends.
Here's the good news.
Some will not want parents involved at all. They don't want the parents on the school board. They don't want the parents to be involved with the PTA or the PTO.
Yeah. I would say
They're
this.
not.
I would say this. There is good news, and the good news is many parents out there had come to sanity, and what they had done is that there's been a massive, a massive movement of parents quietly taking their kids out of public schools or not enrolling them at all. You know, and I think that's a good thing. Starve the beast, by all means.
That's a good thing as long as the parents can make sure that their kids get a well-rounded education.
I think they can.
And that's catch, because when we say well-rounded education, I mean is, do you understand politics? Do you understand the system that you're living in? Can you read? Can you write?
Yeah.
Can you
certainly not going to be taught like.
Can you? You have the skills you need.
Oh yeah, but you certainly
the workplace.
Yeah, but you're certainly not going to be taught that in public school. I can assure you of that. You know what I mean?
No, you're not. That's just it.
But they will put your children on highly addicted narcotics and call it medication, and and they will basically sterilize your child. So, yeah. Now they're not hiding it anymore. They want to feminize your boys. So,
yes, tell you, Kitty, I'm having a night show tonight, but I'll tell you, this topic alone is really high energy, and it's already starting to drain me big time.
Well, I'm so glad that I was able to speak here. What do the people say about what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of the people are saying, okay, let's take a look here. Dab said the dumb ones will get killed off by TikTok challenges. Red Orangutan thinks that word. Terry Katie said Michelle's having a night show tonight, 7 p.m. Maybe. Let's see how much energy I got left after this. Blazing said, I think homeschooling is a way to go too. But nowadays, it's so hard to do that when you have to work. Absolutely.
I get that, but you're going to have to make time. Okay?
So
but here's the
teachers feminine too.
Okay, but here's something else you can do. There's online academies, conservative online academies that you can go to train your children to read, write, and everything like that. You can use those. I have friends that have used those, and those kids are doing very well with those online academies.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, remember one thing that the public school system in the United States was based upon was what was done in the state of Massachusetts when they made public education compulsory. Now, yes, Massachusetts was one of the first states to do that.
It wasn't just, it didn't start
that.
I started there, but it didn't start.
Before that, everybody was taught by their parents and their parents' parents. And they were taught through, maybe for those who could afford it, they would go to private schooling or tutors to learn. And
a lot of times the mothers.
I'm not going to say it's cheap. It's not cheap.
Yeah, a lot of times the mothers were the teachers. But the point is here, let me explain something to you. Yeah, that was the way it was back then. Here's the thing. But I'll put it this way. Your history is a little off. Now, maybe that started in Massachusetts in America, but the first public school system actually started in Prussia, a country that no longer exists. It's now
Prussia, which is part of Germany, right? Exactly. Yes, that's okay.
It was started in
the United States. It was definitely.
It was never designed to educate. It was always designed to indoctrinate. I would suggest you read the John Taylor Gatto books. The Secret History, the Secret History of Public Education. He has several books by John Taylor Gatto. Read some of his books about public schools. This guy was a former educator, and those books will blow your mind about how public schools are run behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the history of it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's an indoctrination process,
Exactly.
and Americans have just turned it even more so with the latest stuff that they're promoting in the public school system.
It's nothing new to me. They were already emasculating men and boys through drugs in the public school system when I was going
Right.
there.
Feminizing.
Except parents back then accepted this shit. You know what I mean? As a way of basically, because they believe what a guy in a white coat says. Well, thanks to what happened in the so-called pandemic, no one believes in the guys in the white coats anymore, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? No one trusts the medical system.
In other words, there are some parents that have seriously started to realize that they gotta stop drinking the damn Kool-Aid because it's not going good for them.
Yeah, you can't trust the institutions anymore. You can't trust the public schools. You can't trust the doctors. You can't trust them. You know what I mean?
But sometimes, I'll be honest, they sure make it hard to learn the truth, don't they?
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, if we could have changed the system somehow, if we could go back in our TARDIS,
I've thought about that myself many
how would
times.
we change the system to make it better? How could we have changed it?
Here's how I would change it. I would have stopped the Federal Reserve Act from coming in. That's the origin of all this bad stuff. That from 1912, the Federal Reserve Act.
1912, right? That's when
1912. Yeah, that's where it all started.
That's when the big banks started taking control of the Rothschilds and the Bilderbergs.
We lost our sovereignty that day. The Creature from Jekyll Island. Read the book.
And you know what's worse is that we need to get this country back on the gold standard because fiat money is no good.
Exactly.
And yet, there are some states saying they want to encourage more people to invest in gold and silver, and some states do recognize that as money.
Yep. I would say I have read. I've researched a lot of things in my time. I'm saying I've also read certain books that would be considered controversial. You know what I mean? So I know certain things. I don't say I know everything. I don't. But I do know certain things about this subject because I've read and researched on it.
Schools should not be in the food business, period. Well, that's interesting to say that. There are even some kids that depend on schools to eat. Yes, I do know that. But the problem is are the meals in the schools necessarily always good food?
Not always.
The public school system is financed by taxpayers, and the school budgets are always cut. They're never increased. You never see a state say, oh, let's increase the school budget this year by a factor of 100% so that we can make sure the kids get a better quality education. No, it's always, we got to save more money. So make the textbooks last longer. Give the kids less quality lunches. Get the kids less quality teachers.
And put more drugs on them.
And extracurricular activities for the kids. It's always
money. And make sure to make some money off of them by basically putting them on highly addictive narcotics. And we call it medication. And you tell the kids, don't do drugs, kids, except for the ones we tell you to do.
Well, I mean, the point is...
Well, that is the point.
If I could go back in my TARDIS, and I was to go back in my TARDIS, the first thing I would do is I would go right up to Congress before even anybody tried to encourage them under the Jefferson policy of having the government like we had, started with the Federal Reserve. I said, you guys, the minute you allow an outsider to regulate your money, be it a Federal Reserve or whatever, is the minute you have lost control of your own country.
That's true. So very true.
Because the way it is now is, yes, we have the U.S. Mint, but they can only mint the number of coins the Federal Reserve allows them to mint.
So what are the people saying? I can't see.
Too.
So what are the chats saying? I can't see the letters. It's too small.
Yeah. I know, I can't, so I'll try to read to you. Place Leo said, yeah, remember my dad smoking at the gas pumps while pumping gasoline. Yes, I do know that. Let me see if I can make the chat a little bit bigger for you. I know you're reading it on your phone, right? So,
Yeah.
okay, let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger for you. So what I'll do is I've done this before. Here's the chat screen from YouTube, and I'm going to make it full screen, which means you're not going to see me, but at least then you'll be able to see the questions and stuff. Let me turn this on over here. 1 minute, I gotta click over here, maximize. There you go. Now you can't see me, but you can see the chat.
Okay, I can only see black.
Is that better?
No, I can only see black.
All right. Oh, well, I turned it on. You should see it now.
I can't see any letters. I still only see black, a black screen.
Well, it's not a black screen on here. It shows the chat. Maybe it takes a second to show up.
It's been a good stream. I'll put it this way, but I gotta take a bath. I'll see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's still very sad though the way government is.
Oh, it is all very. Here's the thing. I look at it this way. There is a God in heaven, and God will have the final say.
Well, like you said, I'm gonna switch screen back to me. You can see how the system has got to change because
Yeah.
it's not working.
Well, I don't think we're going to vote our way out of this, but I'm more. I would say that I'm more.
Let's put it this way: we can't keep going like this. This is not working either.
Well,
Okay?
I know it's not working, but I don't think it's going to last forever. Like no power lasts
it's not
forever,
gonna
and the
last
people that
forever.
rule us aren't going to last forever, and that's a good thing.
Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever.
We can outlive them, and that's the point. And we can live well. I mean, it's kind of like
I hate the state.
it's the end of the
comments
world.
before that, she says, CPS runs this program's quiz. I'm telling you, our state is messed up. It's they know, but they don't know. It's like they know, but don't know here. I hate this state. That's why it's cheap to be here. Retards run the states. Her state. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Blue shit is what I call my state. Blue shit. And I'm planning on leaving.
Let's be honest. Are all the red states necessarily any better? Let's be honest here.
Well, they're a little bit better. You have better rights in the sense you have a right to self-defense. Better. I mean, you're not going to get arrested.
A lot of them are open carry. Yes.
Open carry and the right. Okay. I always make this argument with a lot of liberals. And here's the thing. I say, self-defense is a primal right. Okay, I'm not talking. Leave the guns out of this. I'm talking about the right of self-defense, the right to defend yourself when someone is attacking you or threatening your life. You know what I mean? Or threatening your loved one's life.
In your own ground.
Now, I would say that's.
And then, of course, the other thing is the same states that want to prevent people from having firearms or any kind of weapon also are not funding police departments anymore, and cities are closing down or reducing hours.
And they arrest people for defending themselves. That's the crazy part. This is the point I'm trying to make, is that blue states want to arrest people for defending themselves. That's the crazy part. It's like Europe.
But the gays are certainly defending themselves. You can't deny that.
Exactly. Now, I want to explain this. Now, I believe that from the scripture, and there's two arguments you can make. If you're basically an atheist or a Christian, so I think it's something we're going to agree on. Okay, from the scripture, a man that doesn't fit his family, fit himself, his family is worse. I'm paraphrasing. Is worse than an infidel. Basically, self-defense is a God-given right. Self-defense
I
is just
believe
murder.
it was Abraham Lincoln who said, and I might be wrong, a man who gives up freedom for
It was Benjamin.
security will have neither one.
It was Benjamin Franklin, actually. But
Benjamin Franklin, thank you. Okay, at
the
least
point is here. The point is here is that what I'm going to say here is basically simple. And okay, what I'm going to say is this: is that when it comes to self-defense, I believe that it's a God-given right. But if you don't believe in God, every animal on this planet has claws and horns and teeth to to defend themselves. Some animals even have skunk. You got skunks. You got even like certain insects that can produce hot liquids. You know what I mean? So every creature on this earth has a means of defending themselves against other creatures or their own kind. You know what I mean? So so that's a natural thing from the
and
natural
you're going to
world.
depend on the first responders that says, I'm sorry, our police station is closed during these hours. For emergency, please call emergency services number. And you call that number and they say, I'm sorry, our circuits are busy now. Take it out and tear it yourself. No, okay. All of a sudden, when they finally show up 2 months later, all of a sudden you're the one who's sitting in the clink, and the guy that basically got off all the harm is walking away scot free, doing nothing but basically laughing at you. Tell me
That's
if
the
it makes
blue
any
state
sense.
mentality. And the thing is here that if you ask one of them about this, and I have, you know what I mean? They have no defense for it. You know what I mean? Because they have no defense for that. When I make that argument, they kind of back off and then they say they agree with me. You know what I mean? At least one did. You know what I mean? Any lefties here want to defend against the natural right of self-defense in human beings, defend themselves against from being harmed. You know what I mean?
First of all, an original argument defunding the police. Well, guess what Mayor Adams is realizing he has to do in the state of New York? City of New York, he has to get the police and National Guard in because he defunded the police. He was a former police officer, and he realized, dang it, we need no cops on the beat. Oh, otherwise, everybody's going to take the law in their own hands. So you have two choices. Either A, you have a more policing, or you're going to have to let people pack heat. If they want to pack heat or pack steel, it's their choice. You got to defend yourself because the other
Almost
guys
like-
certainly going to be packing heat and
And
steel.
may I say, if you want to get something that's that is powerful and that can go through a coconut, I would say get yourself a Mercury Rise MUB from mercuryrise.com. This is a less lethal launcher, but it will go right through a coconut with a kinetic round, and it's CO2 powered, like 12 grams CO2. And with the promo code TACFAM, that's one more capital letters, you'll only pay the original price is $100 for this launcher that's well made, this pistol launcher that's well made, but it's only an original price of $100, but you'll pay with the promo code at checkout $98. Mm-hmm.
You know what's scary is the fact in Connecticut we have knife laws that says a blade can be no longer than 3 inches.
That is crazy. We have similar laws here in Maryland.
We have knives in my kitchen that are way longer than 3 inches.
That's crazy. These laws are stupid. They're just dumb because criminals don't care about the law. If they want to get a knife,
how long their knife is?
Yeah.
If the knife is what they got, they don't care if it's a kitchen butcher knife. They're going to take you down anyway.
Yeah, they'll get a machete. Who cares? Criminals do not care about the law. Okay.
Because they truly are the ones that live free. In a way, they do. Yes, they do. Unfortunately, they do.
Well, like I said, you have to move to a red state where these laws, where you have greater self-defense rights.
I tried to move to a red state, but I can't afford to move to a red state because I don't make enough money to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm a Republican stuck in a blue state, in the blue part of the region of the country. That means that I can't go to a red state because there ain't no red state I can afford to go to because they're too far away.
Yeah. I understand. Well, I'll see you. I'll
Yes,
have to go.
we did teach our kids that at one time. It was true at one time. But now we're starting to see that's not the case anymore.
Like I said, self-defense is a God-given right.
We used to be telling our kids that our government was there to protect us, but now it's not the case anymore.
Yeah. Well, it never was the case. God bless you. I'll
Never
see you.
really was, no. But unfortunately, some parents did tell their kids that, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Well, I learned the hard way that wasn't the
happened,
case.
and all the craziness that goes on.
I learned the hard way that wasn't the case. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Anyway, God bless you. I'll see you later. I
I'll
gotta
see
take
you
a
later.
shower.
I mean, I'll be honest. This is very, very draining. I don't know if I'm gonna be alive at 7 or not. I'll see.
All right.
I just definitely want to chill out a bit. But I'm
All right.
glad that you came up. I appreciate you coming up here. I do hope that you check out the morning shows on the normal basis
All
because
right.
we do cover a lot of things, and you and I seem to have a lot to cover too.
Oh yeah, definitely. We agree on a lot of stuff. And like I said, I want to make one last thing. Go to mercuryrise.com. Get yourself a Mercuryrise MEV launcher for self-defense.
Now,
And use the promo code TACFAM. That's one word, capital letters.
and I'll say one thing, guys: a firearm is not the only weapon you can use to protect yourself.
I'm showing you this. This is a
Everybody
very powerful weapon.
talks about the Smith and Wesson point and click interface, but it is not the only way to
Yeah.
protect yourself.
This launcher puts a hole through a coconut with a kinetic ball, with a kinetic riot ball. You will trust me. This launcher is powerful. I can show you.
And if I ever hit you with a crossbow, you'd still be down too.
I got a few of those too, but
it's a little bit unyielding.
You ever heard of the repeating crossbows? But that's been the moot point. Here, just go to Mercuryrise MEB. Get yourself a Mercuryrise MEB with the promo code TACFAM. That's one word, capital letters. You will not regret it. It's a very powerful pistol.
And over here too, you could always carry a non-consumable weapon like a sword or even a knife if you need to.
Yeah.
It still counts as a weapon for defense.
Oh yes, I totally agree. I totally agree.
Range weapons are popular, but some people are better with hand-to-hand.
I would just say get yourself a launcher now, like a less lethal launcher, or like an air gun if you can't have a firearm. Like I'm saying, you go to mercuryrise.com. Well, that's all I got to say. Bye-bye.
All right, talk to you later for now. Well, we'll see what happens, guys. Let me take a little rest. And then, hey, look, done this way. Normally, the morning show is from 10 to 12, and then from 12 to 7, I'm doing research or chilling out. And then from 7 to 9, we do the night show, or in this case, Gidgy wants me to do World of Warcraft instead tonight and do the night show tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that. Would you like that better? I don't know. What do you think? You want to basically see your goblin finally actually get some supplies she needs? Yes. Where do I get the food and water and stuff I need? I think we have to go outside the KTC camps. We have to get resources. All right. What kind of food? Glasgow Dave. Food review. What's Slingshot Warrior Tiger? How you doing, Glasgow Dave? Well, I'll tell you what we didn't try yet. Do we really need to do a whole night show just to try out some of these custard creams? Oh my god. We could try these, but we have to wait till now to try these? You really want to do a whole show just to try these out? Hell, we could eat these when we're playing World of Warcraft. Yes, we could. Uh-huh. And the digestives. Yes. Okay. People in the United States, if you defend yourself against somebody who's done wrong, under the self-defense, you are at the risk of getting yourself arrested. Because the state will say that you don't have the legal right to self-defense, particularly in blue states. That's what we're talking about. Hot cup of tea. Oh, maybe. After all, you certainly eat some of those biscuits with tea, right? All gray hot. Possibly. Do you use milk in that? No one. Why wouldn't anybody not drink tea with milk? At least a little spot of it, anyway. My goodness. Well, let's see what we can do tonight. So keep your eyes on this channel. I still might want to get some World of Warcraft in because Gidgy wants me to do the night show on Saturday. And that was when I was going to do World of Warcraft Saturday. But now Gidgy wants me to do the night show Saturday. And then why not do World of Warcraft tonight? All right. Nah, these don't look that hard to open. These look like the same way as opening up regular American cracker or cookies. My biggest problem with opening these is that the show would have to put these in a Ziploc bag. Yeah, I can see I could kind of be tricky to open these, but don't look too hard. Yeah, I can see how you can open these. You need fingernails, guys. You need fingernails. Don't open them yet. Gotta get your Ziploc bags. Yeah, okay. I'll open them so they don't go stale. Anyway, open it. Okay, fine. All right. Then I have to go get my Ziploc bags so I can seal them shut again. There's a lot of things in the Constitution that are totally quite the opposite of what the system tells you. Okay? There you go. So I got one of the custard cream cookies in my hand. Not bad. No, not bad at all. How many? What? Oh, how many you're supposed to eat? Yeah, I don't know. Did you have breakfast yet? No, I didn't have breakfast yet. Okay, in that case, you can take 6 of them. 6? Let me already eat one. I know. Nothing else. I had the Walkers. Roast chicken crisps this morning. That's it. I'm eating Crystal Split the Lion Bar. She thought it was good. She liked it. I liked it. I had to whisper one yesterday, which I kind of like, actually. Isn't a whisper kind of similar to Arrow? It's supposed to be. But I don't think you can get Arrow bars in the United States. So what? I'm trying it. I'm tasting it myself. Yeah. I want to try the chocolate ones. Okay. Sure. Kiss my waistline goodbye. Oh, don't worry about your waistline. So these are the chocolate bourbon ones. Let's see. This is for fingernails, so it's kind of important to have. My fingernails ain't exactly huge. Now, all right, 4 of those, 4 of these. They smell really good. These are the chocolate ones. Yeah, they're really delicious. The chocolate is certainly an improvement over the standard American fare. Yeah, I know. So is the Whisper. I think that's a little different consistency, though, of the Whispers. I think they're a little bit smaller bubbles. I don't know. I've never tried an Aero bar. I just seen them. I never had one. I don't have any of those right now. Well, I don't have one. So, both are good. These custard ones are good. But I'll be honest, these are much more decadent chocolate ones. These are the bourbon ones. Yep. Very, very, very rich flavor. I like them. I showed that earlier. There it is. Pop it on the screen so you can see it. Let me see if I can show. Make sure the kitty cat doesn't go flying down. You can see it. Oh, let's see if we try to get a better shot of the cat. Kind of cute little kitty. Message on the bottom. It's upside down. No, it's actually right up this time. It says, "Here's a pocket kitty from me to you to show you how much I care. Keep it in your pocket. Kitty will be by your side wherever you need to pick me up." Well, handbag cat is constantly on my bed. You talk about Rusty the big guy. Yeah. So Rusty's always in Michelle's bed or on the couch, or I just read it out to you. That was from Tiger Kitty. That was a gift. Thank you very much for the little gift. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much. I see that. It's cute though. It's really cute. And just wanted to say that let's see what happens at 7 o'clock. Let's see what happens. since Gigi wants me to come on do a regular night show on Saturday, and now George wants to swap things around for World of Warcraft tonight, and then the other stream on Saturday, a regular night show on Saturday instead of Friday, we can do that. Oh yeah, the Noodles toys, they're up here. I talked about these, the Noodlies. Why do you see a box set again? Oh, they're there. Yeah, I got these Noodlies. See if we can get them all out. I'm dropping all over the floor. They have lots of little rubbery 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 6. Unless I lost one. I don't think I lost one. Got 5 of them here. You. What would happen if you tied them in a knot? What would you do that for? I don't know. Why would you do it? This is kind of fun. The green screen. Think about this. This makes you invisible. Because it's green. See? I'm invisible. Ah, Michelle, your brain's been split in half. Oh, yeah. You got a tree growing out of your head. Oh. Yeah. It's cute though. Kind of cute. I gotta admit, I never. It's kind of thought. So neat stuff here, actually. So what's next? What's next? Much. He was playing it today. The game was hilarious. Uno the game. I gotta be honest, I didn't really like the tomato flavored stumps that much. Once I realized it tasted like ketchup with chips, I was like, ugh. Well, I was like, I'll give it a fair shot. No, she's in the bedroom. He's in the bedroom. He's in the bed. Yeah, he'll be out here. He was here earlier in the show. So, well, I'll tell you this much. We had a good show today. And tomato stops are like they taste like ketchup on French fries. Okay. Unfortunately, to my dismay, I have had ketchup on French fries, and it tastes just like those things. You guys call them chips. We call them fries. But there were definitely kind of. They're crispy, kind of like potato kind of thing. I'm trying to describe them to the American audience. Let's just say this way. If you like French fries and ketchup, You'll like them because Krista tried them too. Because I couldn't finish the whole bag yesterday. I just wasn't really my thing. And she said, "You're right. These taste like French fries with ketchup." And he's around the room. I'm not gonna pick him up. He's laying on the bed. You know. The big handbag puss will probably be Michelle. He would never fit in a handbag. He'll fit in the Pomeland bag she gave you. She'd shred it. Oh. Oh, salt and vinegar? Oh yeah. I'm very sweet those. Yeah, we have salt and vinegar chips here in the United States. My brother liked those. I've had ranch Doritos. I don't think I got any Twiglets. At I wonder if you can get any of this stuff through Amazon. I don't know. Can you get this stuff through Amazon? I mean, that's a great question. Can you buy UK snacks through Amazon? I know I can get Marmite through Amazon. I'm I don't know. Food's, you know. Oh, 2 for 2. Oh, God. Why don't we try these digestives real quick? Which ones? The ones you just grabbed. The chocolate ones. Good God. Well, you got the chocolate digestives? Yes, I do. Oh, okay, here we are. So these are the digestives. The chocolate ones. They smell interesting. Smell good, actually. They smell pretty good. Kind of an interesting taste. Not bad, though. Tastes like there's a little bit of wheat in this. Wheat or something. It's not bad. It's got a different texture to it, but it's not overwhelming with the chocolate flavor. It's definitely the biscuit itself that's different. Milk chocolate. Something that American would never, but this probably would never be an American thing. No artificial colors or flavors. No hydrogenized vegetable oil. All natural and whole meal. Wheat, 45% wheat and whole meal. That's why it tastes like this. They're not bad though. No, they're good. They're good. Wheat and whole meal. What is whole meal? Well, it's good though. It's definitely different. I like the taste. So far, I haven't seen anything here that I would call really bad for me. Um, it's definitely is good though. The chocolate on the top has a nice texture to the chocolate. It also melts very softly. It has a lot of butterfat in it because Celeste is having her finger on it. It started to melt all over her finger. Yeah, it is. I have both. Oh God, don't open up any more boxes right now, do you? Really good. Individual candy bars too, but um, I'm not gonna eat too much of this because otherwise I'll probably end up um overdoing it. So lots of good ones though. Lots of very interesting tastes. Um, chips or crisps. Oh my God, they got. Let's see. Um, we have Walkers, Quavers, cheese. I know I missed one. Quavers, Walkers, smoky bacon, wheat crunchies. Tea. They have Walkers, cheese and onion. Um, let's see. Got some individual biscuits here too. There is something here I have I've never seen before, and I don't know much about these dolly mixture thingies here. I never seen anything like this. It looks like a soft and sweet candy. Um, let me wash those digestives down there. Oh, American instant coffee does not go good with those. Cheese and onion. I never had that before. I'll have to try that. Another day. You just ate enough calories for dinner. Yeah, I know. You know. So everybody, let's just say this. It's already 5:57. You know dang well that since Did You wants me to be live on Saturday night for night show, why don't we see about having another World of Warcraft stream tonight? And I will try my damnedest to read your questions. I will try. And so, Loom, what do you think? Yeah, sure. Can we, can I have another chance to play another character besides this goblin? They kind of depress me. Goblin is depressing you. Why? Because I can't find the food and water and stuff I need, and I can't find anyone to buy my stuff. I'll try all this stuff, guys. Um, I will try everything, but I mean, I'll be honest. I don't want to get so big that I can't fit in my underwear either. No, you don't want to get that big. Trust me. All right, so tomorrow night will be the night show. Tonight will be the World of Warcraft stream. And that's the best they can do. So tomorrow night will also be morning. Will be the morning show, and I also tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know which day. I'm gonna try again to see if I can get the 2009 Mac Pro running. Within a reasonable efforts. I mean, I'll try. But if there's mechanically something wrong with it, I don't know if I can. And please do put the likes and likes jar, guys, because we do try so hard to make good content for everybody. And we welcome everybody to also share the videos out to your friends, too. We want to grow this channel some more. And also, let's just clarify one thing, too, about the kick graph on the bottom of the screen. I don't think the graph is working right, so let me explain what it's supposed to be. I believe the graph is based upon people who actually subscribe on their own individual nature and not necessarily are gifted memberships on Kick. So subscriptions, as they call them on Kick. So the numbers in the graph are wrong. We do not have 10 memberships on Kick. I gifted out 4, another person gifted out 1, and then maybe one person also bought 1. But we do not have 10 of them. And we still would love to continue to grow the channel too. And for now, I'm going to put the stuff in the package to make sure it all doesn't go stale. Nobody wants stale biscuits, especially not me. No more than Rusty likes stale cat food. Of course not. So for now, go out there and be excellent to one another and be excellent to one another. Party on, dude. And I'll see you guys. If for whatever reason that tonight, you'll definitely see me tomorrow morning at normal time and 7 o'clock tomorrow night as well. Excuse me. Oh, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, guys. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, everybody.